Hey friends, I'm back today with a video on a brand that every time we have a release, I'm very excited about it, and this one is absolutely no different. So the brand that I'm talking about today is Nomad Cosmetics, and the palette that I'm talking about is the Santa's Village palette. So here is the packaging, and I will show you the box first, which is super cute. It has a Santa cutout on it, and then you can even see his little village in the background, which it's adorable, I'm telling you. I said this in the last video, but it's 100% true. I feel like every time that they do packaging, they outdo themselves. I love the little bows, and I love the little NC for Nomad Cosmetics. It is super cute. Here is the back side of it. It is cruelty-free and vegan. I think it'll be $29, though I don't know for sure. I'm just basing it off the price of the last 9-pan palette that they had. And this is the packaging. Like, the packaging is so beautiful. I love the Northern Lights vibe. I love the pines. I think they're beautiful. I would put this as wall art. I think it is great. This kind of thing is exactly my jam. I thought they did a really great job. So when you open up the palette, this is what the inside looks like. And I've already destroyed the little pretty indentations that were on these. I'll try to get close. There was Santa on some of these and then the Nomad Cosmetics logo, but it's hard to see it now. Now, these shades are different than their normal formula, at least in my opinion. And I want to talk about them with you guys. So the mattes are fantastic. They're super easy to use, just like every other one that you might have ever used from Nomad is. If you haven't used it, they have a kind of powdery finish. They do kick up a little bit, but not really, not on my eye area, but like in the pan they kick up, and they're super smooth. They're very easy to blend with other shades. I really, really like their matte formula. So these shades right here, which are the duochromes and kind of almost multi-chromes, are very different for them in my opinion. I find these to be a little bit harder pressed and slightly drier, but it's not a bad thing. I will say though, you will want to have a tacky base for them, at least in my opinion. You can use it without, but I think to get the most out of it, I think that an eye base definitely makes a difference. Let me just give you a little finger swatch here. So here's this shade right here. And as you can see, it comes off really easily on my finger. So I hardly touched it. It is, I'm giving you the finger. Oh, I did this so badly. It is really beautiful. It is really shifty, but it definitely gets more poppy when you have a base. That's just my opinion. I do think it's gorgeous. I wish I would have done a better swatch. This isn't like, you know, this was a quick little pickup here, but it is very impactful. See, you don't need a base, but I prefer it because I feel like you're definitely going to catch a lot more. It's going to be, you know what? You're here, I'm here. Let me throw down a base real quick. This is from Death and Candy Custom Creation. It's the Lick Life Gel Base, and I absolutely freaking adore it. It's really cheap. You can actually get it in gluten-free. I will link that down below so you can check it out. I think she does a great job, and I feel like it really helps. It's clear. I mean, it's not like you can make, well, maybe you can see it. What I like to do is let it dry down a little bit. Since I made it thin though, it's gonna go pretty quick. Because I made it so sheer on my hand, it's already drying down. So I'm just gonna take the exact same color and I'm gonna drop everything on my desk. And I'm gonna put it right over this primer. And I am just going to fill it in. So as you can see, I feel like you get a lot more on a base, but it's going to be preference. Maybe you don't want to use a base, and that's totally fine. It's still beautiful. I just feel like there's more pop with one. So in any case, they are a different texture. Let me just talk about application methods. You can definitely use your finger if you're not using a base, or even if you are, and you'll get this type of finish. Or what I like to do if you don't want to use your fingers is I like to kind of scrape up some of the eyeshadow and pick it up on a brush that's kind of coarse and then just dabble it on. I'm kind of strange, but I feel like that works really, really well. The other thing I wanted to share with you guys is I got to use this shade right here. I put this over the liquid lipstick that I'm wearing. This is also from Nomad Cosmetics. Now, this is the shade Grace, and it's beautiful. Like, it's weird. It looks really purple in here, but when I put it over this, I got kind of a greenish, goldish purple and a slight hint of blue and pink. So very interesting, worth checking out. Formula, super creamy. Not overly sticky. Actually, the liquid lipstick's a little tacky, but I think this is pretty good. And of course, with every Nomad release, they actually give back to a cause, and this time is no different. This time they're giving back to the I cannot say this together, Finnish Association for Nature Conservation. And sorry, that is like it was a hot mess, but that is the cause that they're going to be supporting this time. And I love that they do that kind of stuff. I have a lot of thoughts about brands that give back. I think that that's really cool of them. This palette was sent to me, and I gotta say I've been really lucky to have been on the PR list this year. The owner, Felicia, is probably one of the nicest people. She's super kind. As you guys know, if you watch this channel, I'm sick a lot. And she checks on me, checks on my family. And I find that to be like, how many people do that? That's really, really nice. And I'm tiny compared to a lot of the creators that she actually has on her PR list. So for her to take even a second out of her day just to say, hey, I've been thinking about you, I worried about you, it just says a lot, and it really means a lot to me, but it doesn't change my opinion. Just so you guys know, whatever I think about a palette, whatever I think about a launch is what I think about it. So you never have to worry about that. I just want you guys to know that you're supporting a really great, not only cause for this time, but also a good company and a nice family. Like, I just think a lot of them, I think they do a great job. And with that being said, I'm going to do some swatches for you guys, and then I'm going to do this look and another look, and I'll be back at the very end with my final thoughts. The last thing I want to let you guys know is that I do have a coupon code. It is not affiliated. I do not get anything if you guys use it. It's just for you. It is Jaclyntriesit, all one word, and that will save you some money off of the cost of this if you do want to pick it up. With that being said, let's see some swatches. Okay, so the first thing I did was I took the shade White Christmas and I put it all over my crease and up towards my brow. I did the same thing in my under eye area. Then I took the shade Fir Tree, which is gorgeous, and I worked it into my crease and worked it outward, and I put the same underneath my eye. I used the Intensifies Artistry wand from Pat McGrath, and I just put it all over my lid. I followed that with the shade Winter Lights, and I put that all over my lid and underneath my eye, and I put the shade Corvette Un Turi. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I put that just in the corner of my eye.
them from their hands and locked them up somewhere safe. When they exited the gates, she appeared really expecting to see the city of Balboa.
Okay, so the very first thing I did was I took the shade White Christmas and I put it all over my eye and I put it in the crease and blew it up to almost the brow area. Then I took it underneath my lash line. Then I took the shade Elf and I put it in my outer V and kind of in my crease and I worked it all around, and the same with my under eye. Then I took the shade Sauna and I put it all over my eye, up into my crease, and the same on my under lash line. I took the shade Peace and I put it just in the center of my eye, and same with the under. And I took the shade, oh lordy. Okay, I'm gonna screw this up. I took the shade Corventunturi. I screwed it up, I'm sorry. And I put it in my inner eye. All right, you guys, I am back. I want to give you my final thoughts. I'm very handsy today, so I apologize. The hand gestures are on like level 9. Not 10, we're not quite to 10, but we're definitely a solid 9. So the brand that we're talking about today is Nomad Cosmetics, and the palette that we're talking about is the Santa's Village palette. So let me show you the packaging. It is super freaking cute. Honestly, I want to display this. So when I'm done doing this video and I switch my stuff to Christmas, this is going to be part of my Christmas display because I'm really feeling it. This is what it looks like. Oh, there's December. Sorry, she's creeping into the room. She's probably going to go jump on something or try and chew on something. That's just kind of what she does. I love this little Santa shape cutout. And I love that they have their initials and little bows. It's cute. It's adorable. And then you have Santa's little village on the inside. Is this not the most precious shit ever? It really is. This palette is cruelty-free and vegan. I believe it will be $29 if I'm basing it off of the price of other palettes that they have that are 9pan. However, there are some special shades in this, so maybe it will be slightly higher. I'm not sure on that, so don't quote me. This is what the actual packaging on the palette looks like. And this is like Christmas, all of the Christmas vibes that I need in my life. I love the Northern Lights. It is beautiful. I love these pines. It is just really, really well done. They do, in my opinion, one of the best jobs on packaging out of most of the brands that are out there. Sorry, my shoe is squeaking on my chair. I have short legs, and so my feet don't actually touch the ground in this chair, which is ridiculous. I'm 4'11", in case you didn't know. If you didn't know, now you know. When you open up the palette, this is the color story, and I feel like it's perfect for Christmas. I feel like it's perfect for Christmas and into the new year. You're definitely having some beautiful like Christmas tones, and then I love the inclusion of some of these frosty shades, and also like this right here is gorgeous. I have it swatched out right here, but it is very unique. It's kind of like a pink to gold with some purple and orange. It's very, very interesting. Actually, there might even be a slight hint of green depending on where you're at. Unfortunately, you're just seeing most of the pink and purple. It's like Santa Claus. You have to believe in the magic to know that it's there. It really is. You don't have to see it to believe it, but it's there. Okay, let's talk about the matte formula. The matte formula, we all know, we all love. It is easy to use. It is very smooth. You will notice it's a little powdery. I don't really have a lot of kick up on my eye area, but I do have it in the pan. I don't care. That's fine. It does not bother me. These pans, which I have totally mashed up, have Santa Claus on them. I love it. Ho, ho, ho. Kris Kringle. And these pans right here, which are the multi and duochromes, had the little Nomad Cosmetics logo on it. Super cute. They're totally messed up now. I'm so sorry. I actually hate touching pans that have embossments on them because I'm like, it's so beautiful and I just don't want to do it. But I digress. I had to do it. Now let's talk about these duo and multi-chromes. They are slightly different, at least to me, texture-wise, than their typical formula. When you touch them, they're harder. I feel like harder pressed, like slightly, and a little bit drier than normal. But here, since I've already swatched it out, this will give you a good idea. So this one right here is dry with no base. So easily can be used without one, but I did do this one over a base. I used the Death and Candy Custom Creations. This is the gel base that they have, and it's also gluten-free in case you have any allergies. I have lots of food allergies. I have lots of I got problems. Anyway, I put it over that, and I feel like it just gives it a whole new life. And I'm telling you, you don't need to use it, but if you want your eyeshadow to pop like I do, that extra step makes all the difference. With that being said, the best method of application, in my opinion, if you don't want to use your finger, which is totally fine, I would get like a kind of coarse brush, something is like this, a little bit stiffer, and this is weird maybe, but don't just like smooth your brush over the pan, kind of chunk some up onto your brush and then dabble it on. I'm a strange one, but it works really well for me, and I like that. Just so you guys know, this was sent to me. I will always give you my honest opinion. It doesn't matter what is sent to me and what is not. I have to say though, I think they did a great job. I think this is a perfect holiday palette. I think that if you're looking for these types of tones, and I personally feel that they are pretty unique, then you will not be let down. I feel like if you're looking for like a staple holiday palette, this is a really good choice price-wise and what you give back, because Nomad is great in more than just their quality and their product and everything that they do. They give back to a cause every single time that they release something, and I love that about them. This time, and I'm going to butcher it again just like I did in the first half, it is the Finnish Association for Nature Conservation. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I got it all out like that. It's really hard with all the S's for me. I'm like, and I love that they give back like that. It's really cool. The person that owns this business and their family are just good people, and I'm wishing them all the very best. Thank you for even considering me for your PR list this year. I feel really blessed to have been a part of it, especially because I'm tiny and, in any case, it's really cool. I think this is a brand that you guys should check out if you like these colors. And I'm never like, oh, just buy everything. I don't like that whole mentality. So only get what makes sense for you, what you're really going to enjoy and that you're going to truly love. But I think that if this is kind of something you're looking for, you'll be very, very happy with it. With that being said, I do have a coupon code with this brand. It is not affiliated, so I don't earn any money from it. It is just for you guys to save some money. It is Jaclyntriesit, all one word. And I hope that everybody is staying safe and well. If you have not already, I would love to have you here as a subscriber. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.